The defending state class 4A champion Hopkins Royals put their unbeaten record on the line tonight in the Section 6 4A championship game against the number 2 seed, the Wayzata Trojans. From the Lindbergh Center at Hopkins High School, John Jacobson, along with Ryan Iverson. Ryan's the 4th time in the last 5 years these teams have met for a right to go to state. Hopkins is the 5-time defending section champion, and it's a big hill for Wayzata to try to climb tonight.
Well, you almost feel bad that they're both in the same section, because definitely last year they were the 2 top teams in the state, and this year Wayzata has every case as well to be that number 2 team in the state. So it's a shame, but you know what? To win a state championship, you got to beat the best. So this is Wayzata's chance after years of falling just a little bit short. This is their chance. A big center, big stage at Hopkins. You hear the crowd going crazy. You can't ask for anything more.
The Trojans have had 10 games now to get used to playing without Janet Johnson, who went out with that season-ending leg injury, and so they've had to adapt, and they're going to need a big game really from everyone tonight without her.
Yeah, and Mara Braun's going to have a big game. Annika Stewart's going to have a big game. Where can that third scorer come from? That's going to be the key, and it might have to be by committee. We've seen Wayzata, when they play really well since that injury to Johnson, they've had other shooters step up, so they're going to need multiple scores. You almost have to shoot 75-70% from the field to score with Hopkins. Hopkins averaging over 80 points, so who's going to be that score and where is it going to come from? That's going to be the key to watch here tonight.
Hopkins 59 straight wins. They have been one of the great teams to watch in Minnesota high school girls basketball for all time, not just this season, and getting a lot of national attention. Of course, they got one of the great players that we'll talk about in a moment, but just a fun group to watch and very difficult group to stop on offense and play against defensively.
Well, you and I in our pre-meetings, we always talk about what player are we going to highlight. It's always difficult with Hopkins because you can really pick any 5 players. They are filled with superstars up and down the rosters. We're going to be talking about one of them here in just a minute, but they are a very complete team. They can beat you from shooting the ball. Their guard play, they have great size and can score down low. They can play up-tempo, they can slow it down, and they defend as well as anyone. Their offense gets a lot of the publicity, rightfully so. They only give up 50 points a game, so their defense is every bit as good as their offense.
All right, let's look at our key players, starting with Wayzata. Annika Stewart had a big game in the section semifinals at 22 points the first time these 2 teams played, and the senior will have to have another good game tonight offensively.
Offensively, she's got to be great, and the advantage she has is she can play outside. She's a tremendous 3-point shooter. I guess this is going to be her and Maya Naji, guarding each other. She can pull Maya out, and if I'm Stewart, I'm trying to get Naji in foul trouble. They are a different team without her down low. So watching that matchup, and then defensively, she's got to be great. She's got to get rebounds. You cannot let Maya Naji get 2nd, 3rd offensive rebounds. That's when Hopkins is so dangerous.
And for Hopkins, of course, Paige Bueckers, a senior, certainly will be winners of multiple awards nationally, perhaps, and certainly locally and statewide.
Wait, who's our player to watch here? Oh, Paige Bueckers, yeah. And again, we could highlight anyone on the Hopkins team, but I think it's fitting. This is her last section final in a storied high school career, and it's a big show, and big players always make big plays in the big game. So the thing I love most, I tell everyone, a lot of people ask me, because they know we've done her games, is what makes her so great? It's not her scoring, John. It's just her playmaking ability and her ability to make the right play. She's a great passer, great defender, great scorer. She gives this team whatever they need to win. And so tonight it'll be interesting to see what piece of the puzzle that is, because I'm guessing she's going to bring it. So a lot of fun to watch.
Winner goes to Williams Arena in the state quarterfinals next Wednesday. We'll take a break. We'll come back and tip this one off. Wayzata Hopkins section girls basketball next on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
a full house here at the Lindbergh Center for the section championship. Wayzata and Hopkins ready to tip it off tonight. 24-4, Wayzata 27-0, Hopkins. John Jacobson and Ryan Iverson ready to go with this one as we look at the starters for each of these teams, starting with the number 2 seed, the Trojans of Wayzata. Forward, Annika Stewart, 6'3" senior. Their guards, Mara Braun, a 5'11" sophomore. Olivia Arnebeck, a 5'7" senior. Jasmine Smiley, a 5'4" senior. And Abby Krizwinski, 5'9" freshman. For the Hopkins Royals, their forwards, Taylor Woodson, a 5'11" freshman. Maya Najee, a 6'4" sophomore. Paige Bueckers, 6' senior. Amaya Battle, 5'11" sophomore. And KK Adams, 5'7" senior guard.
Yeah, 2 good teams. You got to think, too, Wayzata with Jenna Johnson healthy, maybe the only other team in the state with 3 major Division I basketball players with Mara Braun and Annika Stewart, Jenna Johnson going to Utah. So there's some firepower on both sides. So Wayzata, they've been in this spot. They've played well in this building before. They've challenged Hopkins. So expect a good start for the game for the Trojans.
The opening tap controlled by Hopkins. Bueckers gets it into the hands of Battle and then handoff back to Amaya Battle. Looks in for Woodson, then across for Bueckers. Takes Braun off the dribble, off the glass, shot not good. Scramble for it. Bueckers gets it back, nice pass off for Woodson. That doesn't go, and Arnebeck has it for Wayzata.
Yeah, Mara Braun got that length. She can challenge those shots, got the second chance point, but great recovery defensively.
Krizwinski to Stewart. Najee challenges her. A little jump step. Najee gets a hand on that and blocks it out of bounds.
Oh, great defense by Maya Najee there, but I like what Stewart did. She tried to attack the rim. I think she can do that. She's got to keep doing that. She stopped right there and forced up a tough jump shot. Nice job playing defense without fouling.
Arnebeck into Stewart off the inbound. Smiley to Krizwinski. Braun is open. We'll try to take Bueckers off the dribble and scores the first points of the game.
Well, the thing about Mara Braun is she's fearless. Last year as a freshman playing in the same game, same environment, she attacked and was great. See right off the bat.
Najee in traffic. Ball knocked out of bounds by Wayzata. Yeah, Wayzata said this week, the Trojans, don't feel sorry for us. We're honored to be in this game. We take it as a challenge. People are saying, well, it's too bad you have to play Hopkins. And they're like, well, that's who's next on the schedule.
Yeah. That was a nice look there. KK Adams still had her feet out of bounds. But no, to your point, I think having the injury to Johnson earlier in the year gave them some time to adapt to it. If that injury had happened last week or something, then there might be that feeling of feeling sorry for them.
Krizwinski lost the ball. Turnover for Wayzata. Bueckers into the paint, goes to the basket and scores.
You can see she's in attack mode early here. Not selling for jump shots, but taking it all the way to the rim.
Arnebeck dials up a 3, not good. Rebounded by Battle.
And those are the kind of shots that Wayzata has to knock down. You get good looks in transition, you got to knock them down.
KK Adams can't hit on the 3. There's Najee to clean it up and score. Averages 20 points and 8 rebounds a game.
People talk a lot about Paige Bueckers, rightfully so, but Maya Najee might be equally as unstoppable, especially when she gets those offensive rebounds.
Smiley open on the right side. Missed in Najee rebounds. Outlets to Bueckers. Has Woodson ahead of her.
Oh, what a pass. What a pass. You could see it developing, but I wasn't quite sure how she was going to get that ball over the defense, but not throwing it out of bounds. Just great touch on that.
Braun draws a double team, gets it across to Arnebeck, gets past Najee to score.
Didn't settle for a jump shot, had the taller defender there, instead used her quickness. And Arnebeck, we've seen her have some big moments, some big games, and I like to see her attacking like that.
Adams to Woodson, baseline, and then back out. And Braun gets the steal. All the way for 2.
Well, she's got those long arms, and I like Wayzata changing it up a little bit. Going man-to-man to start. Now they're in a 2-3 zone. I think you have to do that when you're playing Hopkins, especially how smart Paige is.
And Bueckers this time trying to feed it to Battle. Krizwinski gets the steal, gets tied up by Bueckers. Possession arrow points Wayzata's way. Their first substitution of the game, Lydia Hay, 6-foot senior. Did you look at that steal a moment ago by Braun? Or excuse me, this is the steal down the baseline by Kraswinski.
Yeah, nice job by Kraswinski. They're sliding down. That bottom wing on the zone is tough because you got to play a shooter, but you got to play inside out. She was able to do that. Great anticipation.
Braun, jumper, back iron, then came back and fell in, and Braun's got 6.
Well, you can tell,
in the lead.
Yeah, playing with a lot of confidence, too. She is attacking and got a great roll.
Adams' quick release 3, not good. And it's off Najee and out. Oh, Wayzata basketball.
Well, you got to love the start so far on the road. I'll tell you, some of these games against Hopkins are lost in the first 2 minutes. You get down 10, 12, nothing. And it's over, but Wayzata battling early, got a little lead here. Now they're playing with a little bit of confidence.
Braun to Stewart. Lost it, and Najee's got it. Give it to Woodson, and trying to get it to Adams, and does. Battle open, and hits. Najee, second try, third try up and in. 8-8.
She's so great at that. She shoots it and she follows it. She's a quick leaper. It's so long, and gets second, third, fourth chance points like that. Those are the things you got to try to eliminate for her. She's just so good.
Stewart open for a 3, hits and is fouled by Najee.
Well, 2 things that stand out there. One, Maya Najee I thought was in good position, contested, but I love that Stewart didn't hesitate. She went right up for it. She's got such a great touch. I'll tell you, if she can keep Maya Najee away from the basket, it's going to also open up things for Arnebrek and Braun getting to the rim. And maybe get Maya Najee in some foul trouble as well.
88% free throw shooter. And it's a 4-point play for Wayzata and a 4-point lead. Stewart denies the pass for Najee. Adams tracks it down.
This is a play that's so difficult to guard, that high ball screen.
Bueckers has it on her hip. Arnebrek, one of her teammates, committing the foul there on the drive.
So imagine that. You got Paige Bueckers, maybe the greatest player in high school basketball. Maya Najee, one of the best big girls in high school basketball. And you got KK Adams in the corner, who you can't leave. How do you defend that ball screen? I mean, if you switch, you're giving up size. You might have a mismatch. It's a hard play to defend.
Bueckers off to Nunu Agara when we had a foul on the drive. This might be a second one back-to-back on Hay. It is. So Lydia Hay picks up 2 quick fouls.
Yeah, and I like Bueckers right now not settling for that mid-range. She is trying to get to the basket. You saw it early on, and you've seen it those last 2 possessions, driving hard to the basket, putting pressure on that Wayzata defense.
So Hay out, Smiley back in. Battle the Bueckers, open 3 in the corner. Not good. Smiley had to go through its hands, scramble. Woodson has it. Woodson mid-range shot, won't go, and rebounded by Smiley. Ahead to Braun. Left side, there's Stewart, another 3, and hits again.
Well, remember regular season, she had a really nice game, especially in the first half. She went berserk shooting 3s, and already 2 for 2. Ball hasn't even hit the net barely.
It's a 13-2 scoring run for Wayzata, and they lead by 7. Bueckers back out. Najee. She'll put up a 3, and this way short, and out of bounds.
And she can make that down. She's an effective shooter. You know, she shoots in the 20% there, but there you go. You get Maya Najee so used to guarding and protecting the rim, John, that you forget sometimes you got to get out on Annika Stewart.
Turnover on the inbound pass. And Hopkins makes them pay as Battle scores her first basket.
What a great move, going hard like that, the stop. Beautiful move.
Smiley into the hands of Kraswinski. He'll take it to the basket and gets fouled.
That's exactly what Wayzata needs. You and I talked about it. Where's that scoring? going to come from. And Krasucki averaging just over 5 points. They're not really taking her serious as a driving threat. She kept going. That was a great aggressive move.
Free throw is up and in.
The other key always when you're playing against Hopkins is how do you handle their pressure? How do you handle their full court press? And Wayzata, other than the play before where they threw it away, they've really done a nice job of handling it and not speeding up, playing at a nice pace.
Both free throws good. Elise Prosser, 6-foot senior. Bryn Sendon, 5'6" freshman. Both in now for Wayzata. 17-10 Trojans. Pass Bueckers wasn't looking for it, and Braun's got the steal. And she scores.
That's got to be some type of foul there, too. There was contact. Love how Mara Braun has come out and played. That's twice now she's gotten her hands in the passing lanes. I don't think Bueckers was expecting that pass, but a heads-up play, an aggressive move by Braun.
Drive, good move by Agar. Aggressive getting to the basket, but missed the shot. And we get a foul on Wayzata.
Agar started a lot of the year with injuries to Maya Battle. And what a luxury to bring her off the bench. She's got great power, great length.
Woodson off the inbound connects. She's got 2 baskets.
Yep.
Trojans have come out with no fear here in the opening 7 minutes. They have a 7-point lead. Krasucki. Braun curls around and back out. Prosser will put up a 3. Not good. Rebounded by Bueckers.
Yeah, and other than Mara Braun, you figure where is that scoring going to come from here?
Bueckers takes it to the basket and scores. Her scoring average down a little bit. Her assists way up this year, but she's certainly capable of putting it on the deck and getting to the basket on almost any possession.
And she's had a couple of those games where she needed to score. Remember Park Center, where she put up, in the 30s. So she's definitely capable of it. Like we talked about in the pregame, John, she just gives this team whatever they need to win.
There's Battle over Sendon with the jumper.
Here's that run that Hopkins is famous for. They can put up 6, 8, 10 points in a hurry, and you got to be able to stop the bleeding.
Braun and Bueckers, a piece of that, knocks it out of bounds. Hopkins fans on that baseline appreciated that effort.
Yeah, no harm, no foul here. Braun going hard and great defensive play, and I think Paige Bueckers knows that Mara Braun is coming after her. And she's going to be up for the challenge, and you love to see 2 great players competing against each other like that.
Sending 1 dribble and gives it to Arnebeck. Elena Contreras, number 4, in for Hopkins. Out on the perimeter, now it's Stewart. This time Woodson on her. Stewart pull-up shot. Good look at it, couldn't get it to go. Loose ball.
Wow.
Now she almost over the back of Sendon there.
Hopkins lucky that wasn't called. That would have been 2 quick fouls on Maya.
Bueckers will hand off to Contreras. 10 minutes to play here in the first half. 19-16, Wayzata leads. Bueckers fell down, it's out of bounds.
Well, 2 great things that happened there. One, how about the basketball IQ of Bueckers, knowing that she had the smaller Sendon on her, changed the play call, went right down to the post, and Sendon fighting with everything she's got, trying to be physical, not let Paige get good position down there.
Braun had a brief rest. She'll come in, Sendon out. And Hay is back in, even with the 2 fouls, replacing Prosser. Braun picks up her dribble, but gets it to Arnebeck.
Now they close out just relentlessly, don't they? It looks like someone's wide open for a shot, and then all of a sudden a black jersey is there.
Stewart,
nice.
Up and in.
Oh, she's going hard with that stop. She's got to be careful. Looks like that arm, that off arm, is starting to get extended a little bit, but great stop on a dime, and she buries it.
9 points for Stewart. Lead is up to 5 for Wayzata.
Both her and Braun have gotten off to great starts, and that's exactly what they needed offensively.
Najee stopped by Stewart defensively. Back out. Into the hands of Battle. Agara and off to Contreras. Now it's Bueckers. Agara slices into the paint and unable to finish. Stewart rebounds.
I'll tell you what you want in a section final, John, are two teams playing well. And I think we've had a really well-played, high-level basketball here in the... Oh, what a back door.
And Braun unable to finish.
That was a great help by Maya Najee erasing that, which would have been a layup.
Bueckers to the basket, scored and one. Arnebeck did her best to try to draw a charge. Instead gets called for the block.
Well, that's what Hopkins does so well. Watch this back door. Great pass, great catch. And what looked to be a layup, you see Maya Najee just get there in the last. But this is what makes him so good in transition. And Paige just got great footwork, able to avoid that charge, kind of off balance and still able to get it to fall.
Bueckers an 87% free throw shooter. And rattles it in. She's got 7 points. 21-19. Winsky. Cross to Stewart. Find the opener. Arnebeck missed on the 3. Long rebound comes to Bueckers. And attack mode again and scores.
Well, Wayzata got a great shot, but they didn't have good balance, defensive balance there getting back, and it led to an easy layup.
Braun, a great pass to Chris Winsky, who finishes. Trojans break the tie. Bueckers trying to get it to Woodson. Put it into the feet of Braun instead. 2-on-1 with Chris Winsky. Shot not good as that was affected by Battle, who got back defensively. Here's Bueckers into the paint. Pull up from 12 is good.
Well, you can see so good transition. Here's Braun on a breakaway.
Braun shot gets erased. Bueckers got back and blocks it out of bounds. Few words between the sophomore and the senior, or at least looks, maybe more than words. You like the heart of those two competitors, don't you? Number 1 and number 10.
Going at it. I'll tell you, what looked like Braun looked like she slowed down a little bit. I think if she would have been full speed there, she might have been able to get that up before Bueckers gets back in the play. The other thing you always got, John, is that shot fake, right? You know someone's trying to block your shot, get that shot fake.
Braun put that one up a little quick, missed on the 3. And Agara at the other end.
Yeah, great step through there. It looked like it might have been a travel, but Agara steps through and able to finish. And you see the explosive offense that is Hopkins when they get going in transition, almost unguardable, and they got multiple players who can make plays.
Look at that off the missed 3, and Amaya Battle, great pass. And Nunu Agara, good job to get under Kuzwinski and finish.
You know, a lot of players would have caught that and probably shot it off balance. You see her step through, and it caused her to get a really easy, good look there.
I don't know that in all the years we've done basketball here at the Lindbergh Center, we've seen more people.
No, this is a tremendous crowd, and you know, Mike Schumacher in his 11th season. Hey, everything, even the last couple minutes, it hasn't gone your way. Guess what? You're down 2. And I think any coach in the state of Minnesota said, hey, halfway through the first half, you're only going to be down 2 on the road in the section final. You'll take it.
Absolutely.
You know, and they got to just settle down, keep scoring. But the one thing that stands out is transition offense for Hopkins. If I'm Wayzata, someone shoots a 3, especially a quick 3, someone's got to get back so you have some defensive balance. Force Hopkins to have to work for their offense. Don't give them those easy layups and easy shots in transition.
See how the Trojans respond here out of the timeout. Stewart in the front court. Ball tipped, intended for Smiley. Look at Brian Cosgriff, 21st season, 13 state tournaments since 2002 for the Royals, 7 state titles, 4 runner-up finishes under Coach Cosgriff.
Well, people always say, how does the program sustain excellence? Well, take a look at that guy. He's coaching like it's his first season. He's as passionate and as interested and just communicates great with his team.
Stewart, nice shot off the glass, in for 2, and Annika Stewart's got 11 points.
Well, she's a senior, and if she's going to go down tonight, she needs to go down like that, being aggressive, taking extra dribbles, getting to the rim, taking shots. They need her to score, and she's certainly capable of a big night.
Bueckers, floater in the lane, around and in.
Well, what I love, too, about her game is she could have forced a 3 there, probably would have had a decent 3 because there's a reach in. Instead, knowing she can get to that spot, that 15-foot range where she is just automatic from it.
Fouls on Agara, her first.
That right there, she had that shot. Instead, rips through, knows exactly where to go, and that was kind of a little half floater. Just excellent touch.
5-second call. Turnover, Wayzata.
And that's again where Wayzata, what they have to do is be able to backdoor against that kind of pressure. If you're going to deny like that, use it against them. They're tenacious. And as the inbounder, you got to have that internal clock in there. And if anything, throw it up towards your basket. Give your team a chance to get it. You don't want to have the turnover. Oh, that's big.
Offensive foul on Hopkins and a screen.
Yeah, that's going to be second one on Maya. There's the screen you see coming at the top of our screen there. Oh, I don't know about that.
I think she threw her hip out a little bit.
Well, there was contact between her and Smiley, but I didn't. A lot of times you see that those illegal screens, you see the movement.
Right.
I didn't see that.
Arnebeck, 3 rattles out. Ball chipped out of bounds off Kraswinski. Hopkins basketball. So Najee with the 2 fouls will come out, and KK Adams back in for the Royals.
Well, and what that does is that's going to put Taylor Woodson on Stewart. Let's see if Stewart's able to get down low and use her size a little bit down low.
Braun, 3 around and in.
Well, she just had airballed one a couple possessions ago. You got to have short-term amnesia. You got to be able to step up. She was open, knocks it down.
Wayzata back in front by 1 with 6 minutes to go. Adams into the lane, and Stewart commits the fouls. Agara will go to the line.
Man, how quick is Agara? She gets that ball. She is quick to the basket. And she's got that great length, too. I'll tell you what, that's okay. That's the first one on Stewart. I like that. You don't want to give up that easy layup. Now you got to be careful because you don't want to pick up that second or third foul here in the first half. So now she's got to play smart.
Not good. It's the second free throw attempt for Hopkins tonight. Bueckers had the other. Shooting right into that Wayzata fan section. Second one's good.
You love the back and forth. That's what makes high school sports, especially these section finals, so great. These teams, these communities, they're very familiar with each other.
Steal by Adams. Now it's Woodson with the basketball, and then stolen from her from behind. Great job by Smiley. Braun in some trouble, finds Stewart.
Oh, nice pass.
Kraswinski wide open on the baseline.
Great pass. I thought Stewart might shoot that contested 3 at the last second. She found her teammate for an easy layup. And that play was made by Smiley's effort, sprinting back and getting a piece of that, not letting the layup happen.
Bueckers for 3. Missed and rebounded by Smiley. Smiley forced through a double team and traveled.
And that's where you just, against Hopkins, on that sideline, you've got to be wary. You don't want to pick your dribble up because that trap is coming and they're strong and long. There's a beautiful pass. Kraswinski down there. Nice job, too, not hovering at that three-point line, cutting to the basket so she can get an easy look.
Battle across to Adams. Great look inside to Najee.
Adams, great pass, but a great job by Maya that time sealing. So all she had to do was catch and face. If I'm Stewart, I'm going right at Maya Najee, try to pick up that third foul.
Braun comes over for the ball. 4:40 to play in the first half. We are tied at 30 in the Section 6 4A Girls Basketball Championship. Stewart puts Wayzata back in front.
Nice play by Arnebeck that time, drawing Najee just a little bit and realizing Stewart wide open, who buries it. She's shooting the heck out of the basketball.
Here's Bueckers, pull up, short, gets her own rebound, off the glass, not good. Long ball out to Adams. Najee gathers it in. 3 from Battle, way off, but Bueckers in the right spot and misses. Another try, not good. And finally, Smiley rebounds for Wayzata. Plenty of cracks at it there for the Royals, and they couldn't finish.
Nice
Braun, Kuzwinski, left baseline. Najee, the easy board on the weak side. And stolen by Arnebeck. Missed it, and she and Bueckers go to the floor. Jump ball. Possession arrow will give it to Hopkins.
Great effort by both teams. What a possession that was. You can tell Paige wants this. She's going at it. A little frustrated she didn't get a call here. Look at Arnebeck coming in, and that's just two girls giving it all. Paige doesn't want to let go of that ball. She wanted it. You love it. That's what high school basketball is all about. Competing for the game on the line. You love it.
Najee, nice little move, but missed. Stewart got a hand on that ball. Gets it off to Braun. Braun attacking. Pass rolls out. Bueckers rebounds.
Well, great move. Going left that time. Split the two defenders.
Open in the corner. Adams buries a 3. Her first basket tonight.
Well, people forget about KK Adams. She had that big state championship game last year. Ill-advised pass there. But she's that momentum swinger because she's so deadly from the three-point line.
Smiley knocks the ball out of Woodson's hands and out of bounds.
Good driving kick. You see the whole defense collapses, and KK Adams. She's a very good three-point shooter, 41%, and that's a high volume of threes, too.
Braun not backing off Bueckers at all, but Bueckers will take it at her. Scores, and it's foul.
That was just a strong move. You could see she was determined to get to the rim. And what makes that play happen, watch her, as she's going into the contact, watch her bring the ball back. She protects the ball right there. And by bringing it back like that, you see Mara Braun's hand misses the block. She takes the contact, able to get the finish. That's a good, hard, strong move. I think when Paige Bueckers attacks the basket like that, there's really not a whole lot anyone can do.
First foul on Braun, 16th foul on Wayzata. And Bueckers now, 7 baskets, 2 free throws for 16 points. Royals by 4. Send it, but Braun then go to that baseline, and Krasinski to Smiley couldn't finish. Najee rebounds.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays, though, you got to make, especially when you're playing Hopkins on the road. You've got to be able to knock those shots down.
Contreras for 3 and connects.
Remember, she ended up having a great game earlier in the season against Wayzata. She gets her first look and nothing but net.
And a timeout for Wayzata.
Well, that's the scary thing. I think Wayzata's played about as well as they can. They've missed some easy shots here, but all of a sudden you look at that scoreboard and you're down 7. Najee with the push. And what a luxury to have Woodson be able to push the ball here. And then watch Najee find her teammate, draws the defense. I think the Hopkins student section liked that one, John.
Yeah, absolutely.
Whoa.
It's Timberwolves night tonight. Not really, but they happen to be in the house. Wow. How about that?
Same outfits you came to the game in, too.
I have that same jacket that Kat's wearing tonight.
It's pretty cool to see them supporting local Minnesota high school basketball. That's
right behind,
awesome.
I know they're right behind us.
Yeah, they put all the basketball talent usually in the same area, John. Having an ice cream cone in the middle of winter, not bad.
All right, Wayzata trying to cut that margin here before halftime. Bueckers gets the rebound, Smiley right behind her. commits the foul.
Well, the bad thing about that is it's a foul you don't need to commit. Now you're putting an 88% free throw shooter or 87% free throw shooter on the line.
Bueckers 2 of 2 from the line tonight. It's the front end of the 1-and-1. Lead is 8, biggest lead of the night for Hopkins. Arna back in for Smiley for Wayzata. Second one also good. 41-32, 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Hopkins really put on a late scoring run. Down for Stewart, knocked away by Hopkins, out of bounds. Off Wayzata, off Arnebeck.
That was about 3 inches short, John, of being a great post entrance pass from the top of the key. So what they're doing, they're fronting Stewart with help side underneath, and that ball was at the top of the key. It was a good look away, and it was there, just a little bit underthrown. But I like that. I think they got to keep going at Stewart, try to get that third foul if he can on Nagy.
Adams 3 not good. Woodson trying to crash the boards, but it's Krzyzewski that gets a defensive rebound for Wayzata. Send into the front court. Trying to go through some traffic and gets fouled.
Yeah, this last minute 27, John, I think is crucial because Wayzata needs to get a couple of baskets. Try to keep this in single digits. You don't want to go down 12 or 14. Put Hopkins on a little bit of run to end the half.
Foul is on Woodson. That's her second, so she'll come out. Agara back in. For Hopkins, that's 5 team fouls, so no 1-and-1 yet for Wayzata. Krzyzewski. And Bueckers stepped in front of Brown, gets the steal behind the back, dribble, oh! Couldn't finish, out of bounds. And off of Hopkins.
What do we say? All that jelly and no toast. Lots of good jelly, though. Yeah, nice job playing the passing lanes, averaging 5 steals. There's the behind the back, sweet move. Oh, just not enough spin to get that one to fall. Nice pass.
Great entry pass for Stewart.
I think Wayzata, they need Mara Braun to stay aggressive, and they need to feed Stewart the ball down low. Try to get that foul. Force the defense to collapse. That's going to be their best bet. But Stewart with a great first half.
45 seconds to go. Let's see if Hopkins does indeed run down the rest of the first half clock here. Ball in the hands of number 1. .30 seconds and counting. Wayzata will stay back here. They'll allow Hopkins to grade here in the final seconds. Ryan will head to the sideline. We'll hear from both coaches here during the intermission. Now Bueckers will run the offense. Corner 3, not good. Rebound by Krzyzewski to Braun from half court. And comes up just short. And that is the end of the first half. What an entertaining first 18 minutes of play here today at the Lindbergh Center, with the top-seeded and top-ranked Hopkins Royals taking a 41-34 lead on Wayzata into halftime. Paige Bueckers, 7 baskets and 4 free throws for 18 points to lead the way so far for the Hopkins Royals. Monica Stewart with 15 points leads the way offensively tonight for the Wayzata Trojans. Let's go down to the court now, and Ryan Iverson standing by with Mike Schumacher.
Coach, section final, great atmosphere. What did you think of the first half?
I thought it was a phenomenal pace of play, phenomenal crowd. Bands are battling. Everybody's having fun. great basketballs, little few turnovers here and there, some made shots. It's a blast. What an experience for these kids.
I thought Mara Braun with a great first half. Annika Stewart, great first half. Do you need one other person to step up scoring the basketball?
We need 7 more points in the second half than they got. Maybe 8 more points than they got. Yeah, a little more balance would be huge for us, for sure, for sure.
What do you guys have to do to win this game?
Well, we got to take care of the ball. We got to rebound the ball, and we got to have some proficiency on offense. And those are obviously statements of the obvious. But, you take care of the ball and you get decent looks. We've been scoring okay, I thought. So, take care of the ball, rebound, make some shots.
Awesome. Well, good luck in the second half, Coach. Yeah, you bet. Back to you, John.
All right, thanks very much, Ryan. We'll hear from Brian Cosgrove before the start of the second half. 41-34, Hopkins leads Wayzata. We're back with more of our Section 6 4A championship game on CCX after this.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When you adopt a shelter pet, you discover their unique mix of all kinds of traits.
Where'd Wiley go? Where's Wiley? Ah, there she is. Paw?
Do you remember being an ancient wolf? Do you ever feel the call of the wild?
You're a renegade cop, and I'm a con woman with nothing to prove. But together, we could really solve this murder.
They're a little bit of a lot of things, but all of them are pure love.
Part-time job, full-time hustle, all-time Shiro to all of us. You nurture, we listen. You teach, we thrive. You lift our spirits, but we've got to lay down the truth. It's time for you, our Shiro, to stretch for the stars. A free online chat can give you the personalized tips you need to start boosting your retirement savings today. Start saving more for retirement so you can feel prepared and live your life to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
My mother was always very familiar with her neighborhood, but one day she stopped at the stop sign for much longer than usual, and she didn't know whether she should go forward or turn, and she wasn't even really sure where she was at. It was very unsettling for her.
I felt so much better after my son told me, "Mom, I don't want you to worry or be afraid. I'll be there for you, and we'll figure it out."
Faces in the crowds tonight at the Lindbergh Center. Jalen Suggs, Chet Holmgren from Minnehaha Academy. Just a fun night to be here is Kerwin Walton. Yep. We're going to see him tomorrow night. Karl Anthony Towns is right behind us and getting a lot of autographs. And a fun place to be, Ryan. We're in the right spot tonight.
Well, that's just you love to see it. You seeing the professional guys here, and you love seeing Jalen Suggs and Chet Holmgren, some of the best guys on the boys' side of it here, supporting girls high school basketball. Nothing better, and this crowd has turned out tonight. It's just a wonderful atmosphere.
So look at highlights from the first half of play here tonight. Hopkins leading 41-34. And a lot of good things happen for Wayzata, especially early. Annika Stewart makes the three, gets fouled by Maya Naji. Stewart with a couple of 3-pointers there in the first half on our way to a 15-point night. Able to stop on a dime there in the lane and hit. My Najee, always relentless on the glass. Finishes at the basket a couple of times here. Najee tonight with 6 points. Bueckers fighting through. Basketball rips through and scores. Draws the foul. Always with a head up and takes it to the basket again. And then the defensive end gets up and erases the shot from Braun. Another floater for the senior.
That was a great move right there, a 3-point play. She attacked the basket. She did not settle in that first half.
Scoring leaders, Stewart with 15, Braun 11, Brzezinski with 6 for Wayzata. Bueckers 18 for Hopkins. Najee with 6, Battle and Woodson 4 points apiece for the Royals. Let's look at the bracket. Hopkins the number 1 seed. Bueckers in play in the quarterfinals in the win against Washburn. At 24 points, 9 assists against Cooper in the semis. Wayzata advancing in the win over Armstrong, and then defeated St. Louis Park, a team that really hung with them for a long time. 71-64 in the other semifinal. Whoa, try that.
It's hard enough to play drums normally, but hanging upside down like a bat, that sounds even more difficult.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. More of our halftime from the Lindbergh Center. More basketball on CCX right after this.
My son Andrew was always a joy to be around. I always taught him to be accepting of other people. That's why when Andrew was suddenly fired from his teaching job for being gay, my heart just broke. As a parent, how do you prepare your child for something like that? I hope we get to a place where people will be treated with respect, equality, and love.
You're home before sunrise, on top of the house, the kids, and our future. The smell of your cooking is our alarm clock. My Shiro's day is never done. So let's start saving a little more now so we can feel prepared for retirement. A free 3-minute online chat can give us the personalized tips we need so we can live our lives to the fullest. Visit aceyourretirement.org/Shiro.
Yo, Scott. 41-34, Hopkins ahead. Let's go down to Ryan Iverson and Brian Cosgriff.
Coach, what a great atmosphere tonight. What did you think of the first half?
Great atmosphere, possession game. You know, it's going to come down to the last shot, I think, last possession. We got to toughen up defensively. I think we gave them too many easy looks.
Yeah, Stewart with a big first half, Braun with a big first half. Do you do anything different against them?
Yeah, we got to get in their drill and don't give them seconds and make every shot difficult.
Offensively, anything different you want to see?
We got to get some other people involved.
Good luck, Coach. Yep. Back to you, John.
Thanks, Ryan. Thanks for both coaches for taking some time with us here at halftime. 7-point Hopkins lead. They look to make it 60 straight wins over the last 2 seasons. State Class 4A champions last year after being runner-up the previous 3 years. Trying to get that second ring for the senior class, which includes Paige Bueckers and KK Adams. Nobody really in foul trouble. 2 fouls each for Taylor Woodson and Maya Najee for Hopkins. 2 fouls for Lydia Hay for Wayzata. What a terrific atmosphere, as both coaches mentioned, and a lot of fun here tonight, Ryan.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun, and I think these first couple minutes of the second half are really, really important for Wayzata. I think they got to come out and chip away at this lead and keep it a couple of possession game. You don't want to let Hopkins start the half on a big run, and all of a sudden this lead goes from 7 to 18 or 20. So big couple minutes here, see what Wayzata does offensively and how they attack.
Yeah, a little bump by Najee right at half court there. Foul probably didn't need to commit, right, Ryan? That's her third.
you love the aggressiveness, right? You know, you as a big girl like that, you want to show and be aggressive. But yeah, you don't want to pick up that fourth foul now. If I'm Wayzata, I'm going right back again. And I'll tell you what it does is they move Najee to get off of Stewart. So that's a big foul.
Into the lane, Braun, good pass into Braun, and Braun scores. She's got 11 points.
Well, she's got that length to be able to score down low like that, able to catch and finish. Nice pass.
In the lane and able to score is Najee. You know, Coach Cosgrove mentioned trying to get somebody else involved offensively. Maybe it's Najee. She's got 8.
Yeah, only 6 in that first half. Remember, she averages 20. And the thing she does so well that really doesn't get a lot of credit is she does such a great job of sealing.
Stewart turns and scores. Hits the jumper, and she's got 17. Adams, little floater short, rebounded by Stewart. Outlets to Arnebeck. But Bueckers back defensively. Finds the trailer, Braun who scores.
Oh, great patience by Arnebeck. Rather than challenge Bueckers, who's a lot longer, a lot taller, she waited and she found Braun, who was cutting hard, and got an easy look. Beautiful play.
Almost a steal for Wayzata. Royals keep possession. Woodson in the paint to round it in. Woodson now with 6.
Well, the thing that's fun about Hopkins too is they never panic, right? Offensively, that's an important shot. They got to stop the run here a little bit, and they just get a great look.
Braun, leader, won't go. And rebounded by Woodson. Here's Bueckers. Pulls it out now and hits it off. Woodson.
And she caught that, took a little hop step after the catch, and that's what got the travel.
Adams out, Agare in for Hopkins. And also Contreras in. And battle out. Arnebeck, Woodson, great length on her defending. Yeah. Braun trying to go through a couple of players, lost it to Arnebeck. And a push.
That's going to be the third one on
Woodson. That's her third. It is. So Woodson and Najee quickly pick up a third foul here in the first 2 minutes of the half.
And that's where you're holding your breath if you're a Wayzata fan. 2 almost turnovers. Instead, you end up drawing a foul.
Bueckers trying to draw something there. Nothing called. Smiley, open 3, not good. Bueckers has the rebound, but stepped out of bounds.
Well, and Smiley, she can knock those shots down. We've seen her knock shots down, and those are the kind of shots you need to make in this game from Smiley, from Arnebeck. Got to be able to have someone step up and hit a couple of outside jump shots.
Inbound to Braun. Around it in for Stewart.
That's a great out-of-bounds play. It's a little designated high-low, and what it did is allowed Stewart to be able to seal right at the rim. Great little touch. She turned over her right shoulder that time and got a great look.
Lob down low. Najee from Bueckers. Not good. Woodson has it. She tries to put it up and gets fouled. Woodson to the free throw line.
Taylor Woodson, only a 9th grader, saw some time last year as an 8th grader, 5'11". She's got great length and strength as well. And Maya Najee goes up, you box her out, you forget sometimes Taylor Woodson's almost as tall and as strong. She goes in and cleans it up.
She'll get another shot here. All 5 of the Hopkins starters, over 70% free throw shooters. Woodson's first time at the line tonight. Missed them both. Rebounded by Stewart. Stewart, long 3. Short. Battled for Contreras has it for Hopkins.
Yeah, Braun got up that time. She tipped it. I thought if she could have possessed that, she might have been able to score.
Bueckers' tough shot won't go, but it comes to Agara underneath. Scores and is fouled.
Oh, Gar is 6'1" as well. So you talk about length and depth. Hopkins has both. I think Paige was trying to draw the foul there. Thought she got some contact, nice little shot fake, a step through. Didn't get the call, but Agara just kept fighting and read the flight of that ball and able to catch and go right back up.
Missed, ball tapped by Battle, but Stewart has it. Braun ahead to Arnebeck. Cut off by Contreras. And then Arnebeck lost her footing, able to get it back out to Senden. Lobbing it in. Good feed into Stewart.
How about the freshman Senden not panicking that time, delivers a great pass. And Stewart getting some nice baskets closer to the rim here.
Wayzata back to within 3 again. Here's Battle for 3 and hits.
Maya Battle, she's a 45% three-point shooter. Doesn't shoot a ton of them, but she is a very capable maker of those.
Oh, a good look down to Senden, who finishes.
I think Paige read that, was just a half an inch slow in trying to intercept that pass. But the freshman coming up with some big plays here.
Bueckers. Battle, now to Najee. 15-footer is smooth and in.
Yeah, if she's able to knock that down consistently like that, she becomes almost unguardable.
Braun to Stewart. Turn around from 15 and hits. Wow.
She is automatic tonight. She plays in this gym. She shoots the lights out.
8 points out of halftime for Stewart, now 23 in the game.
Just back and forth, basket for basket, and that's exactly what Wayzata needs. Offensively, they got to keep it up, and they got to try to pair it with a couple of stops.
Najee missing. Stewart rebounds. To Braun. Braun takes it to the basket. And his foul will go to the line for 2.
I just love how quick and aggressive and decisive she is. That time, great patience as she was bringing it up. She saw it opening and knew right there that there was nothing that Battle, was no possible way she was going to be able to take a charge on that. Took the contact and get into the free throw line.
First one off the mark for Braun. Braun, a 75% free throw shooter on the season. Her first time to the line tonight. Second one in. She got 14 points. Again, a 3-point game. And Wayzata's come out strong here, Ryan. First 5 minutes of the second half did not allow Hopkins to get a quick run to start the second half.
And that's exactly what they need to do. They need to keep hanging around and force Hopkins into a tight game. Remember, Hopkins' closest game was an 8-point win against St. Michael Albertville this year. They haven't been in a lot of tough, close pressure situations, so I think the more you can do that, the better.
How about Senden taking it at Woodson and scoring?
Well, you see her go up with the left hand, but up high, too. The kiss off the top of the glass, that was big. She's playing with a lot of confidence. She's made a number of plays already here in the second half.
Bueckers, Contreras, open 3. She's knocked down a couple tonight, a big one for the sophomore.
Well, they're always big, it seems like. Yeah. It's, there's a little run going on for Wayzata. She gets the open look off a nice pass by Bueckers and just buries it.
Buddy Hay, Bueckers on her. Here's Senden again. Little floater in the lane, around and in.
She's feeling it and not hesitating. That's the thing. When you play Hopkins, you hesitate. It's like a shark smelling blood. You have to play with confidence and just go. And the freshman's doing that. Sprint Senden with a nice second half.
Braun steps in front of Contreras and knocks it out of bounds.
Yeah, here's a look. Senden, nice drive. And look at the left hand over the tall defender. And here's a little floater. Beautifully done. Nice touch.
6 points for Senden off the bench here in the second half.
And a couple of nice assists, too.
Bueckers with her first three-pointer tonight.
She shot that one right in front of us. I had a good line of that. I knew that was in right as she released it. Beautiful touch.
Stewart to Hay. Picks up the dribble to Braun and through some traffic and you're going to get a foul. Whistled on Gara. That's 2 on Nunu. Fourth team foul of the half on Hopkins. Smiley inbounds to Braun. 11 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Second half. Trying to get it to Stewart. Went off the rim, and Karam's right back to Hay. Fortunate bounce there for Wayzata.
Do they count that as a shot attempt officially, I wonder?
I don't know. Probably.
Oh, nice back door. Nice kick.
To Hay. Finally to Braun for three. Unable to bury it, but gets the rebound. Pull up from the right side. That won't go, and Bueckers has it for Hopkins.
That was a great offensive possession there. Oh, great throw ahead to Woodson. Oh, what a block.
Hay gets the block on Woodson.
Great throw ahead. It looked like Woodson was all by herself, and Hay came sprinting into the picture. Great effort.
Out of bounds and turnover for Wayzata.
Yeah, after the missed shot by Brian Bueckers with the rebound, look at the throw ahead. It looks like she's wide open, but great job by Hay. Coming over and doing that without fouling, too. No body contact on it. That was a great block.
Timeout on the floor here with 10:23 to go. Wayzata takes the timeout. Look around this Lindbergh Center and along the concourse up above, and it's just great to see here tonight.
Well, you love the energy, the buzz, and a lot of it's because of this young lady right here. And a different game for her. We've done a couple of her games where it's a lot of perimeter jump shooting. Tonight, I think she knows the importance of this game and sensing how well Wayzata's playing. A couple of great blocks, and look at her getting to the rim, going strong, determined. And the last time down the floor, nothing but net from three. And defensively, too, having a nice game.
To look at what's done, she's done, and her teams have done over the last 5 seasons. We mentioned earlier the runner-up finishes for 3 straight seasons in the state title game. Finally able to get it done last year against Stillwater. And look at that overall team record during the time that she's been a varsity player.
That's what your true measurement is as an athlete and as a winner is your winning. What do you do for your team to win? And what do you do for the sport, too? For girls basketball, she's brought an incredible spotlight and attention to not just herself, but her teammates and to other teams and just high school girls basketball. You'll love to see it.
Najee gets tied up. You have the fight in Jazz Smiley, don't you?
I love how she plays. She always gets her nose into it, plays hard. You might look at the statistics and there might not be a whole lot there, but she is a very valuable part to this team, and her energy and her effort and competitiveness.
Bueckers into Najee. She's strong off the glass, and Smiley has the rebound. She'll push it up into the front court and hand off to Braun. 58-53, Hopkins.
I just think Stewart's length and size gives Najee a little bit of trouble down there. Nothing's easy.
Braun up and in.
You know what's great is she missed 2 pretty easy shots the last time down the floor. She don't care. She goes right back up.
Bueckers, the basket can't finish, but she'll go to the line for 2. How quickly Hopkins gets back on offense.
That's the thing. They don't allow you to relax. You cannot celebrate a basket. You got to sprint back and stop the ball. And look at how quickly Paige is down the floor. And I think recognizing that she's got Senden, a smaller defender, goes right into her. Smart play.
Free throw up and in. Bueckers has made all 5 of her free throws. Hay back in, replacing Senden. 23 now for Bueckers. It is more than 2 points above her season scoring average. Smiley working it up against pressure to Hay. And Arnebeck briefly open on the baseline and tries better of it and gives it to Braun. .60-55. Nearing the halfway point of the second half. Stewart off to Braun is wide open.
Yeah, that was just a lucky bounce, and great players are in the right spot at the right time. Braun got a great look.
Woodson from 15 connects.
You said it. You got about 2 seconds after you score before Hopkins is down the floor taking a good shot.
Braun to the basket and one.
She's relentless, isn't she? Not only that, but the thing that stands out too, sitting courtside watching her, she's in great shape because she's guarding Paige Bueckers on one end. She's had to handle the press, a lot of times being the primary ball handler. Takes the contact, finishes with that offhand, and she's excited, and she should be. She's had a great game tonight.
Free throw comes up short though. And the lead remains 3.
I'd like to see her pause for a half a second before she releases those on those free throws. She goes right from her dribble into the shot. She's got a great shot.
Now she lost her balance, but able to get the ball off to Battle, and Hopkins keeps possession. Wayzata giving Hopkins everything they can handle in this section championship tonight. Trying to topple a team that's won 59 straight games over 2 seasons.
Isn't that unreal? 59 games in a row. And not very many of them have been in single digits. Maybe 2 or 3 at the most.
She attacking and is fouled by Stewart.
We hadn't seen that move from her where she ripped it and just went. And that was a great combination. Watch her athleticism here. She's going left, keep in mind. Brings it, shoots it with her right, fading away. Look at the strength and the agility on that play. Beautiful move. There's a reason why she's going to be able to pick where she wants to go to school as well.
Makes the free throw timeout on the floor. 8:09 to go in the 65-59 Hopkins lead.
I'll tell you, we're talking about how great Wayzata is competing, but I think you give Hopkins a lot of credit too, John. It seems like Wayzata is throwing their best punch at Hopkins, and yet they're still maintaining that same lead.
Wolves haven't left.
Let's get those 4 out there. Maybe they'd give Hopkins girls a game, huh?
They signed every autograph at halftime for the kids that were lined up at. The fans have been respectful since then, and to stay away, and it's nice to have them out here tonight.
Yeah.
I think they're here to watch Hopkins, but maybe they're here to watch their head coach's alma mater, Wayzata play. Maybe they have divided loyalties tonight.
Oh, you love it. I could see him showing up at maybe a mini haha boys game, right? But to have him come here and watch this, and not only that, but get treated to a really high level girls basketball game it's a treat for all of us. Yeah, I went to do the coaching interviews at half. I saw this bunch of kids surrounding the booth here where we're at. I thought they were for your autograph, but then I saw
I sent them back to that first row, yeah. That's what kind of game we've got here tonight, and kind of atmosphere and crowd, and there are a lot on the line tonight. And Wayzata trying to pull this huge upset. Arnebeck floater in the lane is in for 2.
Braun with the nice drive again, drawing the defenders, and Arnebeck that time, great floater, nice touch.
65-61. Here's Adams for 3. Not good, rebounded by Arnebeck. Throws it ahead, and Bueckers, what a steal in the corner. Wow, how did she get to that ball? Able to save it to Adams, back to Bueckers. Oh, and then through the hands of Woodson. and out of bounds. Unable to cash in at the other end. But what an effort by the senior guard headed to UConn.
Well, not only to get that, but then to save it and keep it in bounds. And you could feel the collective breath. If that would have been a great pass and a score, this place would have erupted.
Instead, the lead remains 4. Here's Smiley attacking. Great pass off with Stewart up and in. And Wayzata's back to within 2.
How about Jasmine Smiley going hard to the basket? And now you got the pressure. It's one possession game. This is exactly what Wayzata wanted at halftime.
Bueckers for 3 from the corner. Connects. Her second 3 of the half. She got 26 in the game. The lead's back to 5.
You need a basket. Who do you think? And without hesitation, knocks it down.
Hey, skip pass across. Arnebeck. Floater in the lane and connects. Back-to-back baskets for Arnebeck.
Is she playing with confidence now, too? That was a shot fake, a rip, and a nice little floater. Back and forth we go. Still a one-possession game. Oh, what a move.
Drive on the baseline, and Agara gets fouled. She'll go to the line for 2.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if it's so loud in here or what, but I can't hear the whistles. Can you? They're real quiet. Here's Bueckers against that 2-3 zone, knowing right where that opening is. And that's what you teach young players, smart players. They find that opening in the zone, knowing her team needed a basket. She found it. And again, fading away like that and then stepping into a 3, not an easy shot, but she buries it.
Smiley out, Sendin back in. They haven't necessarily had that third score that we talked about in the pregame, Ryan, but they've had little contributions at spurts of time from Sendin and Arnebeck, and enough girls and in big games from Stewart and Braun to keep them in this game.
Well, that's what they needed. They needed those 2 to be huge, and then just a couple other players to step up. And Sendin with 6 in the second half. Arnebeck with 4 here in the second half. Exactly what they've needed.
69-65, we're under 6 minutes to go. Najee and commits the foul. Tried to get the steal, couldn't get it around Arnebeck, and that'll be her 4th.
Great defense, good length that time. That's a huge foul. 4 fouls, there's still just under 6 minutes left. That's a big, big call.
6th team foul and 4th on Najee. She comes out with 5:50 to go. Sendin down low. Stewart gets tied up by Woodson. And thinks she was out of bounds, or they call it possession. I didn't see what. It was a tie-up and the possession arrows for Wayzata, or she had stepped out of bounds. Let's take a look at it again.
I like the attempt there, but look at Woodson flying over on the weak side. Great help defense. But they say she's out of bounds maybe right there,
Yeah, she's out of bounds off of Woodson, so it's Wayzata's basketball.
So Braun's got the quickness advantage there. You'd like to see her try to take Woodson off the dribble.
Sendin short here, rebounded by Battle. And then Sendin commits the foul. 3 on Sendin, 6th Wayzata team foul of the half.
Oh, this is invaluable experience for Bryn Sendin as a 9th grader. We haven't seen her a ton at the varsity level, but she's come in and played huge minutes against the best team in the state, and she's got to be very confident going into next year.
Bueckers almost lost it off the dribble, keeps possession, then gets fouled by Arnebeck.
Oh, that's going to be 1-and-1 too, so now you're putting, what is Paige, 6 for 6 tonight at the free throw line? 7 for 7?
6 for 6, yep.
This is going to be a lot easier said than done, but you can't give Hopkins those easy points. Great effort by Arnebeck, but you don't want to foul Paige Bueckers when you don't have to, especially when you're in the bonus.
Falls over and in, so there's a 7th free throw of the night and 27th point. Not surprisingly. 6-point game, 5:23 to go. 28 for Bueckers.
28.
Braun to Stewart. Three gets blocked. Bueckers ahead for Contreras.
That's a huge play there.
Hay hands it off for Braun. It's an 8-point game with 5 minutes to go. Braun for Hay, across for Smiley. She'll attack, and a foul, and go to the line for 2.
I thought Stewart, that was a great pass. I thought she was wide open. Watch Paige Bueckers come into your picture with those long arms and get the block. I'll tell you what I love. She didn't need to keep it and score for herself. She kicked it ahead to Contreras, who finishes it off. How about Contreras with 8 points off the bench too? That's the difference in this game.
Smiley, first free throw is in, her first point tonight. Second one also good. A couple big points for Wayzata, but they're still down 6.
Yeah, at that 6 mark is where you got to start getting some stops here, and they're going man-to-man, so they're out of that zone.
Woodson over Hay, missed. Braun crashes the boards and gets it. Braun gives it up to Senden.
Oh, nice look.
Down low for Stewart.
Great look by Senden. There was no help defense that time. She knew if she could get it over the top, that was an easy catch and score for Stewart.
27 points for Annika Stewart. Headed to Nebraska next year. I set it back to within 4. Now here's Bueckers. Little hesitation. Scoop shot up off the glass and in, and she's fouled.
Well, against man-to-man, when they need a play, they put them in that high ball screen. They're putting Annika Stewart in that. She came off. You see that little hesitation like she was going to shoot. There, right there, and she gets it. Look at her put it up in front. And the foul on Lydia Hay, and that's where if you're Lydia Hay, if you're going to foul Paige Bueckers, you want to make sure she can't get that shot off and get a 3-point play out of it.
And she does.
That put her at 31 tonight.
Under 4 minutes to go. Braun hard off the dribble. The Smiley. She'll attack to the basket and score.
It looked like she was shot out of a cannon there. Great speed.
76-71 with 3:40 to go. Bueckers with the basketball. Again on the move, trying to attack. Not good. Agara gets the rebound and gets fouled. We'll go to the line for 2.
I couldn't see who. Someone saved it for the Trojans, but they put it right to Nunu Agara, and she was able to just catch and go right up. Hard drive there by Paige. Definitely some contact, and there's a save by Smiley. I think she thought she was getting it to Senden. Instead, it went right to Agara.
Fouls on Stewart, her third, as Agara hits the first free throw. 7 points for her now in the game. Lead back to 6. Time running out on Wayzata. But still within 2 possessions. And now a 3-possession game. 78-71 with 3.5 to go. Winner goes to State. Stewart, Senden. Smiley, bounce pass into Braun, turns and hits it over the smaller Contreras.
Yeah, she went right to the post knowing Contreras was on her. I'll tell you what, both of these teams are going to be thankful they went through this game. If you're Wayzata, knowing your leading scorer is out with an injury and you competed like this, pretty unreal.
Battle shot not good. Chased down in the corner off of Smiley, not out of bounds. She and Contreras both going after it.
Great hustle. And if you're Hopkins, they're better prepared for the state tournament after having fought in a hard, tough game like this than a 20 or 30-point blowout. So what a great game.
Braun almost had it stolen. Thing in front of Bueckers.
She is everywhere on the court. She has passes, she scores, she rebounds, she defends. She has had an all-around excellent ball game tonight.
Comes into Agara, finds herself open, attacks and scores. Big basket for Hopkins. They lead by 7 again with under 3 minutes to go.
She's been a spark here, especially late the last couple of possessions. Agara.
Stewart to Kraswinski. Off to Smiley. Back to Kraswinski. Shot short, rebounded by Bueckers.
Smart play there by Bueckers. Knowing time right now. She could have forced it, instead takes it up close, slowly. Timeout, Coach Cosgriff. And you just get the feeling that maybe Wayzata running out of a little bit of gas here coming down the stretch. What a game.
Well, this has been a blast to call this one, and there's a look at the full Lindbergh Center here tonight.
Yeah, I don't know if I've seen it this full in a game we've done here. We've done some big ones over the years. There's people standing room only up at top, and the bleachers filled. Look at all the people up top, and they've been treated to a wonderful game. I think people thought that this was going to be maybe a little bit of a walkover for Hopkins, and man, you got to give Wayzata a lot of credit for how they prepared and competed here tonight.
Yeah, the second time they played after Johnson had gone out with that injury for Wayzata, Jenna Johnson with a 27-point margin, 91-64.
So here's the question: if you had Jenna Johnson, what do you think? I think it's I don't know if it changes it. You never know with the dynamic, but I don't think that the margin between these two teams is that big of a difference. And that's again where it stinks for Wayzata that they have to be in the same section. This is a state championship type of effort by both teams.
Absolutely. Wayzata trying to force a turnover here. Just over 2 minutes to go. Into the hands of Bueckers. Hand it off to Agara. Right down the lane. And how about that? Twice attacking the basket. And Agara scoring a couple of huge baskets for Hopkins in the last minute.
That was a very, very friendly roll on that one.
1:45 to go. The lead is 9. Here's Braun now and trying to get it to Stewart, and a foul on Bueckers.
Yeah, 9 points, minute 36. Mara Braun going to go to the line here for a 1-and-1. She's got to make both of these, and let's see if Wayzata is able to maybe pick up a press, try to trap. They aggressively got to try to create some turnovers.
Mara Braun, 24 points, 15 of them here in the second half. Ryan Cosgriff very nervous about this game. I think he feels like that in a lot of games, but he knew he was going to get a good, strong effort from this Wayzata team, and a team that could play with them on a lot of nights, and they have tonight. 82-75, 1:28 to go.
I think as a coach of a great team, especially when you don't play a lot of close games, is you worry about complacency. And I think he's realizing also that his team is made up of not only great talent, but great character. And when you got great character, you don't look ahead. You seize the day. You enjoy the moment. You play each game like it's your last. And they've matched that intensity that Wayzata showed tonight.
Fouls on send-in, and Bueckers will go back to the line again.
The Timberwolves have left the building, John. Hopefully they've learned a thing or two from watching tonight.
We heard before the game that they were going to come, and you think, well, maybe they'll show up for 10, 15 minutes. They were here right till the end, 1:11 to go. That's great. 32 points for Bueckers. Knocks them both down. Not missed a free throw tonight. To will her team back to the state tournament one more time for a 6th straight season. Minute 5 to go, a 9-point game. Bueckers not giving an inch on defense on Braun. Braun not giving up either, attacks and commits the foul, and Braun Goes right at her, and she'll go back to the line for 2.
Did they call the foul? Or no, I don't think they did.
No, just a block out of bounds. My mistake.
I think she's got 4 or 5 blocks tonight, too.
Just an inbound. Arnebeck will put it in play. Taller Taylor Woodson on her. Now she steps in front of Stewart. Gets the steal into the hands of Battle, and she gets fouled. And the Royals can sense it now. Ryan with 49 seconds to go.
You see the passion, the excitement. The fans are responding, knowing that their team got pushed tonight, but also knowing that their team has the heart of a champion. They responded, they answered, and they're going back to the state tournament. Although I shouldn't say that. Ever since we did that St. Michael Albertville Maple Grove football game, I don't think anything's over until I see that scoreboard say 0 time left.
That was one for the ages. First one was missed. One more coming here for Amaya Battle. Battle through injury this season and came back and contributed 8 points here tonight.
Well, next year she might be that primary ball handler. Her role is going to increase dramatically going into next season.
Braun and gets fouled. This time she will go to the line for 2.
It's going to be the 5th on Maya Naji. You know, that's the one thing I think if you're Wayzata, you look back on. You had Maya in some earlier foul trouble. In retrospect, if they could have gotten to Stewart down low and tried to force Naji to guard her down low and maybe pick up some more fouls, but either way, I think my hat's off to this Wayzata Trojan team and how they competed tonight.
And comes out. How good is this young lady going to be next year coming into her junior season, Mara Braun?
She had a wonderful summer last summer too, playing against national competition, and you can just tell the confidence inside of her is growing and her role. And again, only a sophomore. She's got 2 more years left. She's going to go down as one of the great players over the next couple years as well.
Foul in the backcourt. Smiley fouls Contreras. Yeah, you look at the players that'll be leaving. Annika Stewart going to wrap up a great high school career tonight. Paige Bueckers, her last home game here tonight. But look at all these faces that are going to be coming back, Ryan, when we do potentially this game a year from now.
Well, you got to remember Jenna Johnson hopefully will be healthy and able to play next year, and Mara Braun, but I'll tell you, Hopkins is still loaded with a ton of talent, a ton of big-time Division I talent. We very well could be sitting here a year from now doing these exact 2 teams in this exact same scenario.
Second one is good. 86-76, 25 seconds to go. Arnebeck, step back 3, not good. Rebounded by Bueckers. I think she's going to dribble it out here. Appropriate in the hands of number 1, the senior, finishing up her 5th and final season of games here at the Lindbergh Center. The Hopkins Royals back to state, 60 wins in a row, 86-76 the final. Handshake line and trophies presentation will be coming up. What a fun game we had tonight.
Well, remember it was 7 at half, John. I said these first few minutes of the second half were going to really dictate it, and Wayzata came out and they battled, and they had it down to 2 points at one point midway through that second half. So they came out, they fought, and they fought hard, and they gave it everything they got, and they have nothing to hang their head about. They gave Hopkins the closest game they've had all year. And if you're Hopkins, you got a competitive, close game, and you found a way to get it done when maybe not everyone was firing on their best cylinder. But guess what? They're going to the state tournament. There's not a team anywhere around that wants to see this team down at Williams Arena.
Wayzata finishes the season 24-5, the runner-up for the 4th time in 5 seasons. Always tough for the losing team in a section final, but man, these girls gave it their all here tonight for 36 minutes.
Well, the biggest key, John, in high school sports is you don't want to live with regret. I wish I would have played harder. I wish the seniors on this team and anyone that played for Wayzata tonight, they don't have to leave with any regret. They laid it on the line. And the sad thing is they just lost again, as last year, to maybe, for sure, the best team in Minnesota, maybe one of the best teams in the country.
Trophies for Section 6-4A are Athletic Director Dan Johnson from Hopkins and Athletic Director Jamie Sherwood from Wayzata. First, the Wayzata team will receive their runner-up medals.
Wayzata will receive their runner-up medals and trophy here in a moment.
We will start with number 10, Mara Braun.
Mara Braun, and what an effort she had tonight.
Number 11, Lindsay Mueller. Number 12, Olivia Arnbeck. Number 15, Lydia Hayes. Number 20, Anna Kopp. Number 21, Lauren St. John. Number 22, Hannah Johnson. Number 23, Jasmine Smiley. Number 25, Bryn Cinnamon. Number 30, Anna Stewart. Number 40, Abby Krasinski. Number 44, Shannon Cornshell. Number 45, Molly Mackenzie. Number 53, Elise Prosser. Number 55, Miranda Travis. Assistant coaches, Sarah Bingay and Julie Stewart. Head coach, Mike Schumacher. Congratulations to the Wayzata Trojans. Will the captains please come forward to receive your award? The Section 6A runner-up trophy. Congratulations. And now for the Hopkins Royals. Number 0, Brooke Cosgrave. Number 1, Paige Bueckers. Number 2, Kelly Boyle. Number 4, Elena Contreras. Number 5, Amaya Battle. Number 11, Temi Bazizovich. Number 12, Alicia Bates. Number 13, Audrey Enzinger. Number 14, Ellie Solberg. Number 15, Savannah Johnson. Number 20, Taylor Woodson. Number 21, Molly Ensler. Number 22, K.K. Adams. Number 24, Nunu Agara. 30, London Solberg Thornton. Number 34, Maya Naji. Number 35, Ariel Patton. Number 40, Courtney Strakota. Student managers, Moselli Pooney, Malaya Hawkins Winters. Assistant coaches, Chuck Burmeister, Carl Schroeder, Mike Contreras, head coach, Brian Cosgrove. And will the Hopkins captains please come forward to accept your 6-4A championship trophy?
6 years in a row, the Hopkins Royals have won Section 6-4A. Or excuse me, Section 6-4A, yes, and on to the state tournament for a 6th straight season. They look to make it back-to-back state championships in Class 4A. We'll take a break. We'll come back. Our post game continues from the Lindbergh Center. Hopkins on the state, 86-76 the final.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my third child, who was 17 at the time.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
$145 over 92.
180 over 111. I had a heart attack and a cardiac arrest and then a stroke.
Your blood pressure numbers could change your life.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Lowering your high blood pressure could save you from a heart attack or stroke. If you've stopped your treatment plan, restart it or talk to your doctor about creating one that works better for you. Start taking the right steps at manageyourbp.org.
Now I'm, trying to get better, stronger than ever.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you
86-76 the final. Hopkins on to state. 60 straight wins for the Royals. Let's go down to the floor. Ryan Iverson standing by with one of the champion Royals.
9 big points off the bench tonight, a couple of huge threes. How were you able to be so successful in such a big game tonight?
I think Kaz prepares us a lot in practice. He has us face anything that he thinks they'll throw at us, so I think he prepared us well for that.
Were you surprised? I mean, I know Wayzata is a very talented team. Obviously, Jenna Johnson out with that injury. Were you surprised how competitive and close it was tonight?
No, not at all. I mean, we knew they were going to come out with the fight, and yeah.
And you know, coming off the bench, you got a lot of star power in that starting lineup, but there's none bigger than a couple of those threes you hit. How do you stay ready, when your moment comes up like that? You were ready for the moment.
Yeah.
Awesome. How excited are you to be going back to the state tournament?
Very, very.
What do you guys have to do to win this whole thing?
I mean, we just got to stay focused and keep putting in the work.
That's awesome. Well, congratulations on a big game, and enjoy this with this great crowd here tonight.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Elena. Back to you, John.
All right, thanks, Ryan. And the moment not too big for her, making those big threes that Ryan mentioned. Hit one in the first half, one in the second half. Another basket for her and a free throw in the second half as well. And she came off the bench with 9 points. Nunu Agara had a dozen points off the bench. And all in support of Paige Bueckers, who had 33 points tonight on a night that was down scoring-wise for their number 2 and 3 scoring options on most games. Maya Najee with 12 points and Taylor Woodson with 8 points, and those two averaged 20 and 15 respectively for the season. But it's all hands on deck when you get to a section championship game like this, and the Hopkins Royals able to put a very battle-tested and stubborn Wayzata team away late, and they win it 86-76, and they're on to state. Wolves enjoyed the show. Hope you did as well. For Ryan Iverson and all of our crew, I'm John Jacobson. Our final score again here from the Lindbergh Center. Hopkins back to the state tournament. They win it over Wayzata 86-76. Thanks to all of our crew and for Ryan Iverson here on CCX.